my name is Mimi, and today I want to share with you on why traditional marketing is outdated, according to an article published in the Harvard Business Review, Rethinking Marketing. It's written by three authors who are experts in the field. The author argued that in order for a company to succeed and to survive all changes, they must implement culture cultivating customers into their strategy. The world is changing, and so is marketing. Let me walk you through three simple ideas on how you can rethinking marketing. The first one is to use technology to cultivate customers. The second one is to use top-down management by reorganizing the marketing department and redefining the manager role. And the last one, which is the third one, is to use the new metric approach to measure performance. Let's start with the first one. Many companies will invest into powerful technology to analyze and to collect data, but yet it's still not optimized because companies are still depending on mass media marketing to solicitate and to communicate to the customers. There are two schools of thought, traditional and modern. On the traditional school, they are more product driven, where they focus more on selling the product and selling the brand to the client. Compared to customer manager driven, they will focus on serving the clients and the segment. Let me show you how it's working for business to business company. What they do is that they have an account manager and a global account director who are collecting this data to work closely with clients to meet the client's needs. And for business to consumer, what they do is that they have the data analysts who are collecting all the algorithm to identify all the cross-selling opportunities to other departments within the company. And for all these reasons, it's very important to build long-term relationship with the clients. Let's move to the second idea. Restructure the marketing department and redefining their role. Let me walk you through this four manager role. The first one, the author is suggesting to replace the CMO, which is the Chief Marketing Officer, by the Chief Customer Officer. The difference between the two is that the CCO, the Chief Customer Officer, will promote the central culture in the company, and not only that, he will unblock all the customer information and make it flow throughout all the organization department. The second one is the customer manager. The new role will be consisting into taking care of the new client, work closely with them, listen to what they want and what they need, and fulfill that needs. And that is the ultimate expression of marketing. The third one is more wider. Customer function. The third one is customer facing function. It's divided in three departments. The CRM, which is the customer relationship management. The second one is the market research. And the third one is research and marketing. All these three are interconnected. They require technology, they require a lot of IT and analytical skills. What they do is that they will use information that they know, they will work with the clients, report it to the direct supervisor, because at the end of the day, all this information will have an impact on the executive decision at each level. Not only that, it will dictate the outcome of the product and the service to offer to the consumer. The fourth one, last but not least, is the customer service department. Their role is to deliver quality services and to solve problems. It impacts on the client experience, obviously. According to the author, what we know is that CCO who are successful, what they do is that they give incentive to customers. And what they do in good practice is that their report will be reported to the higher superior. move on to the third idea, which is use the new metric to measure the performance. We're talking about the first one is product profitability versus the customer profitability. What the author is saying is that even though you have a product, it's not profitable. But if you can build strong relationship with your clients, you will have a long-term return on that. The second metric measure is the current sale versus the customer lifetime value. The current sale is a short-term reward compared to the customer lifetime value, because at the end of the day, in the long run, they will create repetitive investment for your company. The third one is the brand equity. That was used in the old approach, but we are recommending that customer equity will be the best measure. Why? Because brand equity loses value over time, as per customer equity only creates value for the company. That is considered like an intangible asset. In the financial statement, the more and more we're gonna look into finding information about the retention percentage of the client, and it only making marketing more relevant. The fourth one is market share versus customer equity. The author is suggesting using customer equity share will only make sense because it measures a long-term competitive position. On the market share is only a snapshot on a specific day on how the company are doing as a sales position. Compared to the customer equity share, they are positioning in the long run how the company are positioning compared to others. To conclude, I hope you can take away 3 ideas that only will make rethinking marketing possible. Use technology to cultivate customers. Second is to redefine the marketing department and the marketing manager role. And the third one, to use the new metric measure to measure the effectiveness of the strategy. And to conclude, I hope that all these information will only convince you to how cultivating customer will be the only way to succeed, and that will be the only way to do business with client. Thank you for listening, and this is Mimi. See you next time.